Mm. Oh, hi. You've caught me eating blueberries. It's that time of the year. You can go picking blueberries at all sorts of different blueberry farms, or you can go up into the mountains and pick blueberries there. Well, that just leads me right into one of my favorite children's books called Blueberries for Sale by Robert McCloskey. Now, this one is such a wonderful book. It was written, let me just tell you when. 1948. That's a long time ago. That's probably time when your grandparents were born. And so it's been around, so that means it's stood the test of time. It's a classic. So I'm just going to put my blueberries aside here and read this to you. All right, and the illustrations are so beautiful. They're not colored. They're just basically blue and white, just like blueberries. Here we go. One day, little Sal went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pail, and her mother brought her large tin pail to put berries in. "We will take our berries home and can them," said her mother. "Then we will have food for the winter." That makes sense, doesn't it? And when she means can, she means put them in jars and then seal them up. Some people just now put them right into their freezer. Little Sal picked 3 berries and dropped them into her little tin pail. Kerplink, kerplank, kerplunk. There she is. Kerplink, kerplank, kerplunk in her little pail. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. Then she picked more berries and dropped them, 1 in the pail, kerplunk, and the rest she ate. Then little Sal ate 4 blueberries out of her pail. Her mother walked along slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled along behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. There they are, picking the blueberries up the hill. Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in her mother's pail. It didn't sound kerplunk, because the bottom of the pail was already covered with berries. She reached down inside to get her berry back. Though she really didn't mean to, she pulled out a whole large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the one that she had put in. Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and can them for next winter." There's the mother telling little Sal what to do there in a nice way. Her mother went back to her picking, but little Sal, because her feet were tired of standing and walking, she sat down right in the middle of a large clump of bushes and ate blueberries. There she is. There's the mother over there picking blueberries, but little Sal's right in the middle of this patch of blueberries. Didn't even have to put them in the bucket. Straight in her mouth. On the other side of Blueberry Hill, Little Bear came with his mother to eat blueberries. "Little Bear," she said, "eat lots of berries and grow big and fat. We must store up food for the long, cold winter." Little Bear and Mama Bear on the other side of Blueberry Hill. Little Bear followed behind his mother as she walked slowly through the bushes eating berries. Little Bear stopped now and then to eat berries. Then he had to hustle along to catch up. Hustle, hustle. Because his feet were tired of hustling, he picked out a large clump of bushes and sat down right in the middle and ate blueberries. What does that sound like? Over on the other side of the hill, little Sal ate all of the berries she could reach from where she was sitting, and then she started out to find her mother. She's going up the hill to find her mother. She heard a noise from around a rock and thought, that is my mother walking along. So here she is. Can you see her there? Looking around the rock. I thought that was her mother. But it was a mother crow and her children, and they stopped eating berries and flew away saying, caw, caw, caw. Then she heard another noise in the bushes and thought, that is surely my mother, and I will go that way. But it was Little Bear's mother instead. She was tramping along, eating berries and thinking about storing up the food for the winter. Little Sal tramped right along behind. Little Sal's not afraid. By the time Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could reach without moving from his clump of bushes, by this time Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could reach without moving from his clump of bushes. Then he hustled off to catch up with his mother. He hunted and he hunted, but his mother was nowhere to be seen. He heard a noise from over a stump and thought, that is my mother walking along. Okay, see Little Bear, the stump. You see, here's a noise. Oh, but it was a mother partridge and her children. They stopped eating berries and hurried away. Then he heard a noise in the bushes and thought, that surely is my mother. I will hustle that way. So he gets on top of the stumps and see this partridge. They're also eating berries. See, everybody loves blueberries outside in the wild. But it was Little Sal's mother instead. She was walking along, picking berries and thinking about canning them for next winter. Little Bear hustled along right behind. Little Bear and Little Sal's mother and Little Sal and Little Bear's mother were all mixed up with each other among the blueberries on Blueberry Hill. Here you go. You got Little Sal and the mother bear. And you got Baby Bear and Sal's mother. Little Bear's mother heard Sal walking along behind and thought it was Little Bear and said, Little Bear, munch, munch. Eat all you could possibly hold. Swallow. Little Sal said nothing. She picked 3 berries and dropped them into her small bucket. Kerplunk, kerplank, kerplunk. Little Bear's mother turned around to see what on earth had made that noise like kerplunk. Kerroof, she cried, choking on a mouthful of berries. This is not my child. Where's Little Bear? She took one look and backed away. She was old enough to be shy of people, even a very small person like Little Sal. Then she turned around and walked off very fast to hunt for Little Bear. I love this picture. Look at that. You are not my child. And Little Sal's showing her the berries in the bucket. So cute. Little Sal's mother heard Little Bear trampling along behind and thought it was Little Sal. She kept right on picking and thinking about canning those blueberries for next winter. Little Bear padded up and peeked into her pail. Of course, he only wanted to taste a few of what was inside. But there were so many, and they were just so close together, that he tasted a tremendous mouthful by mistake. Now, Sal, said Little Sal's mother without turning around, you run along and you pick your own berries. Mother wants to can these for next winter. Little Bear tasted another tremendous mouthful and almost spilt the entire pail of blueberries. Little Sal's mother turned around and gasped, oh, my goodness, you're not Little Sal. Where is my child? Little Bear just sat munching and swallowing and licking his lips. Little Sal's mother slowly backed away. She was old enough to be shy of bears, even very small bears like Little Bear. Then she turned and walked away quietly to look for little Sal. Little Bear is so cute. I'm just eating her berries. She hadn't gone very far when she heard a kerplink, kerplank, kerplunk. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Little Bear's mother had not hunted very long before she heard a hustling sound that stopped now and then to munch and swallow. She knew what made that kind of noise. Little Bear and his mother went home down one side of Blueberry Hill, eating blueberries all the way and full of food stored up for next winter. There they are, down that side of the hill. And little Sal and her mother went down the other side of Blueberry Hill, picking blueberries all the way, and drove home with food to can for next winter. A whole pail of blueberries and 3 more besides. There they are. There's everybody. Look at this last page here. Little Sal and her mother are canning the blueberries. And you'll see these little rings. These were used to seal the jars. I remember playing with those and putting them on my wrists when we were helping my mother can blueberries or all sorts of other things from the garden or from the wild. Anyway, that's a fun little book, right? Blueberries for Sal. So you can find that at your library or bookstore. And there's all sorts of shapes and sizes of this book. It's a classic, again, like from 1948, from when your parents were kids or your grandparents were kids. It's been around for a long time. So that's it for now. And you know what? I'm just going to go back to eating my blueberries. See you next time.